What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Rouslin's Opening Round 3 Ball. I am Jason Rouslin. Find me on Twitter at DFSGolfer23, or of course, if you're an OsmoPlus.com member, you can find me in the Slack chats. So this week we're heading for the Houston Open, where if this is your first time coming to see one of my 3-ball videos, all I do is just go quickly into the course that they're going to play, what the stats are of the course. Then I give you 3 players that are playing this week. Then I finish it off with 2 opening round first round bets and 2 first round showdown focus players that you should look at. Normally DraftKings offers at least $2,000 to first place for an $8 buy-in for round 1 showdown contest. So not bad there. At least something to pay attention to. So let's dig into the Houston Open a little bit here. And Houston Open actually doesn't have a sponsor this week, so you see my little logo generator there, pretty empty. But the course is called the Golf Club of Houston. I actually played it way back in 2008 when it was called Redstone Course. It had a little bit of a renovation, so not the same course, though I do remember it being extremely hard, one of the hardest courses I've ever played. But speaking of hardness, it's actually ranked one of the top 10 easiest on the tour every other year. And the other 2 years, it's been right in the middle of the pack. Kind of shows you that my game, as good as it once was, I still found it to be a pretty darn hard golf course. Anyways, the tournament, this is actually the last year it's going to be played at the Golf Club of Houston. It looks like they're changing courses. Looks like they've gotten some good commits for next year, so hopefully they'll be able to sign on a sponsor as well. Now, DraftKings heading into the DFS world for a second. DraftKings offering $50K to first for the $8, and FanDuel offering $9K to first for the $9. So now we'll head into learn about a few of the players, and I decided that I would go with the class of the field just in case people haven't been able to take a look at the field. It's not one of the best. In fact, it might be the weakest field of the year, and that puts Henrik Stenson up at the top. 11,400 on DraftKings, 11,900 on FanDuel. Comes in strokes gained last year, was first in approach, so very good. 71st in putting, not so great. And coming in recent form, we haven't seen him in a little while. Last time we saw him was 3 weeks ago at the BMW PGA Championship, the flagship event over on the European Tour, where he came in 17th in a pretty good field. So Henrik Stenson makes the trip over, and will start his PGA Tour year here in Houston. Next, speaking of Houston, is Beau Hossler. And Beau Hossler checking in at 8,300 on DraftKings, 9,600 on FanDuel. Some would think that's probably pretty expensive, especially coming off a missed cut at the Safeway Open 2 weeks ago and a 29th at the Shriners. Strokes gained ranks is not great. He really focuses on his short game. Putting, he ranked 10th last year, and his approaches, he ranked 184th. But the closest he came to win was this tournament, losing to Ian Poulter down the stretch. Had a real good chance to win it there, and since then really has not found great success. So maybe coming back to the Golf Club of Houston and being back in Texas, where he's from, where he went to school, maybe that'll help him get back on track here. Beau Hossler, 8,300 on DraftKings this week. Last player we're going to learn about, I always throw an oddball in there, and we're going to learn about Brandon Wu. Brandon Wu is just graduated from Stanford, played in his first professional tournament over on the European Tour at the Alfred Dunhill Links, where he was guaranteed 3 rounds, but ended up missing the cut heading into the 4th round there. However, prior to that, came in tied for 30th at the U.S. Open this year, and is one of the highly decorated stars out of that winning Stanford team that just won the NCAA championship, that had Isaiah Salinda, who played the last 2 weeks on it as well. So not too much we know about him, obviously, with no strokes gains ranked or anything like that, but certainly somebody to be on the lookout for this week. Brandon Wu, 67 on DK, 7,700 on FanDuel. All right, now heading to the bets in round 1 showdown focus, because why not? Golf sweats are the best. Why not just start the fun right away, right? So we're going to go with Russell Henley, and I don't really like to take too much of a guy that's in the hole already at -125, but he absolutely loves this golf course, and Mackenzie Hughes has not been playing that great this fall swing season. So I like Russ Henley here, only -125 when you take a half shot. And Keegan Bradley, +105 just straight up against Berger, or +115 if you want to take a half a shot. Meaning, obviously, if they tie, you lose your money. In the +105, you wouldn't. This is more of a price thing. Berger's playing well. Keegan Bradley played okay last week. Bradley does like the course, and so does Berger. So I just took the juice here. It seems like it's more of a coin flip. to me in most cases with Bradley and Berger. So I'll take the juice here and see if we can flip the dice a little bit there. So yearly record 2-1-1. Last week I was 1-1 as Matt Wolf beat Answer, but Gary Woodland lost to Kevin Na. So that was okay week. The plus 124 is of course nice on Matt Wolf. Round 1 showdown, we're going to look at Luke List coming off his best week in quite some time and heading to a course where he's had success before, 8,100. We'll chase that a little bit. And Doc Redman's irons were absolutely fire over the weekend. Hopefully we can catch a break there and that will continue. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of information and a little bit of maybe a sweat going into tomorrow. And if you want to catch a little bit more action this week, Ben, Raza, and I will be on our show starting at 9 p.m. tonight. We'll break down a lot of the field and go into a bit more. So until then, everybody, cheers and hope to see you on the other side.